Ladies and gentlemen, today let's talk about a topic that many of us find challenging but incredibly necessary: learning to be happy alone in your life. We often think of happiness as something that comes from others through relationships, friendships, or external validation. But the truth is, happiness begins from within, and there is a unique kind of strength that comes when you learn to find joy in your own company. First, embrace your own company. The world may sometimes make you feel like being alone is a negative thing, but it's not about loneliness, it's about enjoying your own presence. When you learn to cherish the quiet moments, to listen to your own thoughts, and to be at peace with yourself, you unlock a powerful source of inner calm. Next, cultivate self-love. You must understand that your worth is not determined by anyone else but you. It's easy to get caught up in wanting others to validate your existence, but the most important validation comes from within. Make self-love a daily practice. Appreciate who you are, flaws and all. Understand that your happiness doesn't depend on someone else's opinion of you, it depends on how you see yourself. Discover your passions. Use this time alone to explore what makes your soul come alive. What are the things that ignite your spirit? What brings you joy, excitement, and a sense of purpose? Dive deep into those passions, whether it's art, writing, music, or something entirely different. Find what makes your heart sing and pursue it wholeheartedly. Build inner strength. Learn to be your own emotional anchor. Life will throw challenges your way, but when you have built the strength within yourself, you become unshakable. Use your solitude to build resilience, to find courage in your own spirit, and to understand that no storm can break you when you are anchored from within. Create a sacred space. Your environment has a profound impact on your mood and mindset. Make your space a reflection of your inner peace, a sanctuary that lifts your spirits and nourishes your soul. Fill it with things that inspire you, with colors that calm you, with objects that bring you joy. Make your surroundings a haven where you feel safe, loved, and happy. Find purpose in your solitude. This time alone is a gift and opportunity to reflect on what you truly want in life. Use it wisely. Ask yourself, what is my purpose? What makes me feel alive? What impact do I want to make in this world? When you have clarity about your purpose, solitude becomes a journey toward fulfillment, not a sentence of isolation. Finally, celebrate your growth. Every step you take in learning to be happy alone is a step toward your highest self. Recognize how far you've come, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've built by standing on your own. Celebrate the fact that you are becoming the person you were meant to be, a person who is whole, complete, and deeply happy, even when alone. Remember, being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means loving yourself enough to enjoy your own company. So take this time to nurture your spirit, to find joy in your own presence, and to realize that true happiness is a light that shines from within. Embracing your own company is about discovering the peace and contentment that come from being alone. It's a mindset shift where you move away from the fear of solitude and start to see it as an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. Often we seek out the company of others to fill a void, to avoid the discomfort of being alone with our thoughts. But when you learn to embrace your own company, you realize that these quiet moments are where you truly get to know yourself. In these moments of solitude, you can reflect on your life, your choices, and your dreams without the noise and influence of the outside world. It's in this space that you can listen to your own voice, free from the expectations and opinions of others. You start to understand what truly matters to you, what brings you joy, and what you want to pursue in life. This self-awareness is the foundation of a fulfilling and purposeful life. Being comfortable with your own company also means learning to enjoy the little things that bring you happiness. It could be as simple as reading a good book, taking a walk in nature, or enjoying a quiet meal. These small acts of self-care remind you that you don't need anyone else to create moments of joy. You begin to appreciate the freedom that comes with being alone, the freedom to do what you want when you want, without having to consider anyone else's needs or preferences. This doesn't mean that relationships and connections with others aren't important. They are. But when you can find contentment on your own, you enter relationships from a place of wholeness rather than need. You're not looking for someone to complete you because you are already complete. This sense of self-sufficiency and inner peace transforms the way you interact with the world around you. Embracing your own company allows you to become your own best friend. You learn to support yourself, to cheer yourself on, and to comfort yourself when times are tough. It's about finding peace in your own presence and realizing that you are enough just as you are. When you truly embrace your own company, You open the door to a deeper, more meaningful relationship with yourself, a relationship that is the foundation for all other relationships in your life. Cultivating self-love is about building a relationship with yourself that is rooted in compassion, understanding, and acceptance. It starts with the realization that you are deserving of love and respect simply because you exist, not because of what you achieve, how you look, or how others perceive you. This journey begins with letting go of the critical, judgmental voice in your head and replacing it with one that is kind, nurturing, and forgiving. Self-love means recognizing your inherent worth and treating yourself with the same care and kindness that you would offer to someone you deeply care about. It's about speaking to yourself with gentleness, giving yourself permission to make mistakes, and understanding that imperfections are not flaws but unique aspects of who you are. You must remind yourself daily that you are worthy of love, happiness, and all the good things life has to offer, regardless of your past or any perceived shortcomings. This practice involves setting boundaries that protect your well-being. It means knowing when to say no without feeling guilty and recognizing when to step back from people or situations that drain your energy or cause you harm. You learn to prioritize your needs and understand that taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's essential. This might mean taking time to rest, engaging in activities that bring you joy, or simply allowing yourself moments of stillness to breathe and reconnect with yourself. Self-love also requires you to celebrate who you are. It means acknowledging your strengths, your talents, and the unique qualities that make you who you are. It involves taking time to appreciate your growth and the progress you've made, even when it feels small. You learn to be your own biggest cheerleader, recognizing your value and giving yourself credit for all you've accomplished, both big and small. Forgiveness is a key aspect of self-love. It means letting go of the mistakes of the past, understanding that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. It's about releasing the burden of guilt and shame and embracing the freedom that comes with self-compassion. You come to understand that every experience, even the painful ones, has helped shape you into the person you are today. When you cultivate self-love, you also become more attuned to your inner voice. You start to listen to your own needs, desires, and feelings, trusting that you know what is best for you. This self-trust leads to greater confidence and a stronger sense of self, enabling you to make choices that align with your true values and aspirations. Ultimately, cultivating self-love is an ongoing, intentional practice. It's not about reaching a destination, but about consistently nurturing the relationship you have with yourself. It's about treating yourself with kindness on both good days and bad, knowing that you are always worthy of love and care. When you cultivate self-love, you create a solid foundation for a life filled with purpose, joy, and authentic connection. You begin to live from a place of wholeness, where you understand that you are enough just as you are and that your love for yourself is the greatest gift you can give to the world. Discovering your passions is about reconnecting with the things that make you feel truly alive. It's about diving deep into your heart and soul to uncover what excites you, what moves you, and what brings you a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Too often, we get caught up in the routines of daily life, working, meeting obligations, and doing what is expected of us without ever pausing to ask ourselves what we genuinely love. To discover your passions, you need to give yourself the space and permission to explore. Start by listening to that quiet inner voice that has been speaking to you all along, but perhaps has been drowned out by the noise of the world. Ask yourself what activities make you lose track of time. What have you always wanted to try but never gave yourself the chance? Think back to when you were younger, when your heart was open and free. What did you dream about? These questions can guide you toward your passions, the things that light a fire in your belly and make you feel vibrant and engaged. Allow yourself to experiment and try new things. Take a class in something you've always been curious about, whether it's painting, dancing, cooking, or learning a new language. Join a group or community that shares an interest you've been meaning to explore. The key is to be open and curious, to follow where your interests lead without judgment or pressure. You don't have to be perfect or the best at something to enjoy it. The discovery itself is a joy. Recognize that discovering your passions is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. Your interests and desires will evolve over time, and that's okay. Be open to this evolution, knowing that it is part of your growth and self-discovery. What you are passionate about today might be different from what you loved 5 years ago, and it might change again in the future. Embrace this fluidity and allow your passions to grow and shift as you do. Understanding your passions is also about noticing how certain activities make you feel. Pay attention to what gives you a sense of flow, those moments when you are fully immersed in an activity, when time seems to disappear and you are completely present. These are clues to what you are truly passionate about. It's not just about finding what you are good at, but what brings you joy and satisfaction, regardless of the outcome or recognition. Remember that your passions don't have to be grand or world-changing to matter. They don't need to align with anyone else's expectations or standards. They are yours alone, unique to who you are, and they have the power to transform your life from the inside out. When you allow yourself to engage with what you love, you start to see the world in a different light. Your days become filled with more meaning and purpose, and you bring a sense of enthusiasm and creativity to everything you do. As you discover your passions, you also start to connect with like-minded people who share similar interests and values. These connections can enrich your life in countless ways, opening doors to new friendships, opportunities, and experiences. Passion has a way of attracting positive energy and people into your life, creating a ripple effect that goes far beyond your initial discovery. So give yourself the freedom to explore without limitations. Allow yourself to play, to dream, and to pursue what truly lights you up. Let your passions guide you toward a deeper understanding of who you are and what you want out of life. When you discover and follow your passions, you are not just adding hobbies or activities to your schedule, you are embracing a path that brings you closer to your authentic self, creating a life that feels rich, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling. Building inner strength is about developing a resilient core that can withstand life's inevitable challenges. It's a process of cultivating the mental, emotional, and spiritual fortitude needed to navigate difficult times with grace and determination. Inner strength doesn't mean that you never feel fear or doubt. It means that even in the face of uncertainty, you find the courage to keep moving forward. It's about becoming your own anchor so that no matter how turbulent the storm, you remain grounded and secure in who you are. To build inner strength, start by developing a deep sense of self-awareness. This involves taking the time to understand your emotions, your triggers, and your patterns of thought. When you know yourself well, you can better manage your reactions to the world around you. You begin to recognize when fear is speaking, when self-doubt is creeping in, or when old habits are resurfacing. Self-awareness is the first step toward creating change. It allows you to consciously choose how you respond to life's challenges, rather than reacting impulsively or out of habit. Another aspect of building inner strength is learning to trust yourself. This means believing in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, even when things don't go as planned. It's about knowing that you have the skills, the knowledge, and the resilience to navigate tough situations. Trusting yourself also involves listening to your intuition, acknowledging that inner voice that guides you toward the right path, even when it's difficult or when others don't understand your choices. When you trust yourself, you become less dependent on external validation and more confident in your ability to make decisions that are best for you. Inner strength also requires embracing vulnerability. It's about understanding that true strength doesn't come from pretending to have it all together. It comes from being honest with yourself about your fears, your failures, and your flaws. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door to growth and transformation. You recognize that it's okay to ask for help, to admit when you're struggling, and to seek support from others. This willingness to be open and authentic, even when it feels uncomfortable, builds a deeper, more unshakable strength within you. Another important aspect of inner strength is resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep going, even when the road is tough. Life will inevitably throw obstacles your way, but resilience means not letting those obstacles define you. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities to learn, grow, and become stronger. Resilience is built through experience. Every time you face a difficult situation and come out the other side, you build a little more strength. You learn that you are capable of handling more than you ever thought possible, and this knowledge becomes a powerful source of inner strength. Self-compassion is also key to building inner strength. This means treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during difficult times. Instead of criticizing yourself for your mistakes or shortcomings, practice forgiving yourself and recognizing that you are human. Self-compassion involves speaking to yourself with the same kindness and encouragement that you would offer to a friend. It's about understanding that you are doing the best you can and that it's okay to not have all the answers. When you are gentle with yourself, you build a sense of inner security and strength that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Building inner strength also means setting boundaries that protect your energy and well-being. It's about knowing when to say no, when to walk away from toxic situations, and when to prioritize your own needs. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, they are about creating a safe space where you can thrive. They are a powerful declaration of self-respect and self-care, reminding you and others that your well-being matters. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you create a foundation of inner strength that allows you to stand firm in your truth no matter what. Lastly, cultivating inner strength is a journey of self-discovery. It involves continually challenging yourself to step outside your comfort zone, to take risks, and to face your fears. It's about embracing change, knowing that every experience, whether positive or negative, is an opportunity to grow and become stronger. Inner strength is not something you are born with, it is something you develop over time, through every challenge you face, every decision you make, and every lesson you learn. When you build inner strength, you become unshakable in the face of adversity. You learn to trust yourself, to love your scent, soft lighting that creates a warm ambience, or plants that bring a touch of nature indoors. Each of these items contributes to an environment that soothes your spirit and enhances your well-being. Think about the textures and colors you surround yourself with. Choose fabrics that feel soft and comforting, colors that calm or energize you, and materials that connect you to nature like wood, stone, or natural fibers. The goal is to create a sensory experience that feels good to you, a place where every detail reflects what makes you feel safe, nurtured, and alive. The right textures and colors can transform a space into a sanctuary that calms your mind and lifts your mood. It's also important to keep your sacred space free from clutter and distractions. Clutter can create mental noise, making it difficult to relax and find clarity. Keep your space clean and organized with only the items that bring you joy or have a specific purpose. This sense of order and simplicity helps promote a feeling of tranquility, making it easier to focus on your thoughts, dreams, and desires. Your sacred space should also be a place where you can practice mindfulness and self-care. This could be a spot where you meditate, journal, pray, or simply sit quietly in reflection. It's a place where you can connect with your inner self, where you can listen to your heart, and where you can find stillness in the midst of life's busyness. Consider incorporating objects or tools that support these practices, such as a meditation cushion, a journal, or meaningful symbols or objects that remind you of your intentions or spiritual beliefs. Creating a sacred space is also about establishing rituals that bring you back to yourself. These rituals might include lighting a candle at the start of each day to set your intentions, playing soothing music that calms your mind, or spending a few moments in quiet contemplation. By creating simple, intentional practices, you infuse your space with a sense of purpose and meaning, turning it into more than just a physical location, but a powerful tool for self-discovery, healing, and personal growth. Remember, your sacred space is yours alone, and there are no rules for how it should look or feel. What matters is that it is a reflection of who you are and what you need. You have the freedom to change it as often as you like, to let it evolve with you, and to let it become whatever you need it to be in different moments of your life. Ultimately, creating a sacred space is about making room in your life for stillness, peace, and reflection. It's about honoring yourself enough to create a place where you can retreat from the outside world, where you can connect with what truly matters to you, and where you can nurture your soul in a way that feels authentic and meaningful. When you create a sacred space, you are telling yourself and the world that your inner well-being is a priority, that you deserve a place to rest, recharge, and grow. And in doing so, you create a powerful foundation for a life filled with purpose, balance, and inner peace. Finding purpose in solitude is about embracing the power and potential of being alone. It's recognizing that solitude is not the same as loneliness. Rather, it is a rich and valuable time to reconnect with yourself, reflect on your life, and discover what truly matters to you. In solitude, you create a space free from distractions, where you can listen to your own thoughts, hear your inner voice, and uncover a deeper sense of meaning and direction. Solitude allows you to step away from the noise and demands of everyday life, giving you the freedom to explore your own mind and heart. It's an opportunity to ask yourself important questions. What do you want out of life? What are your true passions and desires? What values do you want to live by? In these quiet moments, you can find clarity about who you are and what you want to pursue. Solitude gives you the space to think deeply, to dream, and to imagine new possibilities for your future. In solitude, you have the time to reflect on your experiences, learn from them, and grow. It's a chance to process your emotions, understand your past, and gain insights that can guide you forward. Reflection in solitude helps you to identify patterns, recognize the lessons in your experiences, and see how they have shaped you into the person you are today. It's a time to heal from past hurts, to forgive yourself and others, and to find peace within yourself. Solitude is also a fertile ground for creativity and inspiration. When you are alone, you are free to explore new ideas, try new things, and let your mind wander without the constraints of other people's expectations or judgments. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, writers, and artists have found their most profound inspiration in solitude. It is in these moments of quiet contemplation that new ideas can emerge and creative solutions can be found. Solitude allows your imagination to run wild, fostering a sense of innovation and originality that can lead to new projects, goals, and aspirations. Finding purpose in solitude means learning to be comfortable with your own company. It's about realizing that you don't need others to validate your worth or to make you feel complete. In solitude, you build a stronger relationship with yourself. You become your own source of support, encouragement, and strength. You learn to trust yourself more, to listen to your intuition, and to rely on your inner resources. This inner confidence helps you navigate life with greater resilience and clarity, knowing that you have everything you need within you. Solitude offers a unique opportunity for spiritual growth. It is a time to connect with something greater than yourself, whether that's nature, a higher power, or a sense of universal consciousness. In these moments, you can find a deeper sense of peace, purpose, and understanding. Solitude invites you to meditate, pray, or simply be present with yourself, opening your heart and mind to new perspectives and possibilities. It allows you to explore your beliefs, values, and sense of purpose on a profound level, providing a solid foundation for living a more intentional and fulfilling life. Finding purpose in solitude also involves developing a practice of self-care. It's about taking the time to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. This could mean engaging in activities that bring you joy, such as reading, walking in nature, practicing yoga, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of tea. In solitude, you have the opportunity to listen to your body's needs, to rest when you are tired, to nourish yourself when you are hungry, and to give yourself the love and care that you deserve. This self-care is not just a luxury, it is a vital part of finding purpose and meaning in your life. Solitude can also help you to cultivate gratitude. When you are alone, you have the space to reflect on the things you are thankful for, to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, and to recognize the beauty that surrounds you. This practice of gratitude can shift your perspective, helping you to see the positive aspects of your life and to focus on what truly matters. Gratitude in solitude allows you to find joy in the present moment, rather than constantly seeking fulfillment outside yourself. Ultimately, finding purpose in solitude is about embracing the time you have alone as a gift rather than a burden. It's about seeing solitude as an opportunity to deepen your connection with yourself, to discover your passions and values, and to chart a course for your life that feels authentic and meaningful. When you find purpose in solitude, you learn to enjoy your own company, to find peace within yourself, and to live from a place of true inner strength and fulfillment. In this way, solitude becomes not a state to be avoided, but a powerful tool for self-discovery, growth, and transformation. Celebrating your growth is about recognizing and honoring the progress you've made on your journey. It's understanding that every step you take, no matter how small, is a step forward. Growth isn't always about dramatic changes or big milestones. It's also found in the quiet, everyday moments when you choose to learn, to heal, and to become a better version of yourself. When you celebrate your growth, you acknowledge the effort, the courage, and the resilience it takes to keep moving forward, even when the path is challenging. Start by reflecting on how far you've come. Take a moment to look back and appreciate the person you used to be, the struggles you faced, and the lessons you've learned. Think about the times when you felt lost or uncertain but found the strength to keep going. Recognize the changes in your mindset, your habits, and your outlook on life. You may have grown in ways you didn't even realize, becoming more patient, more compassionate, or more confident in your decisions. Celebrating your growth means honoring these shifts, no matter how subtle they may seem. Celebrating your growth also involves being kind and gentle with yourself. Understand that growth is not a linear process. It comes with ups and downs, with moments of triumph and setbacks. Instead of criticizing yourself for where you think you should be, focus on where you are now and how far you've come. Give yourself credit for the progress you've made, even if it feels like you're still a work in progress. Know that every effort, every step, and every stumble along the way is part of your unique path. When you celebrate your growth, you also make room for gratitude. You learn to appreciate the experiences that have shaped you, the good, the bad, and the in-between. You recognize that each experience, no matter how difficult, has contributed to your personal development. Gratitude helps you see your journey in a new light, allowing you to find meaning in your challenges and to cherish the moments of joy and discovery. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have gained, from what you need to do to what you have already accomplished. Celebrating your growth means celebrating yourself. It's about acknowledging that you are constantly evolving, that you are not the same person you were yesterday, and that every day you are becoming more of who you are meant to be. Take time to recognize your strengths, your talents, and your unique qualities. Celebrate the choices you've made, the risks you've taken, and the fears you've faced. When you celebrate yourself, you affirm your worth and remind yourself that you are deserving of love, respect, and happiness. Another aspect of celebrating your growth is sharing it with others. Don't be afraid to talk about your achievements, your breakthroughs, and the progress you've made. Let others know how far you've come and what you've learned along the way. By sharing your growth, you inspire those around you and create a ripple effect that encourages others to celebrate their own journeys. You also build connections with people who understand and appreciate your experiences, creating a community of support and encouragement. Celebrating your growth is also about setting new intentions and goals. Reflect on where you are now and where you want to go next. Use your past experiences as a foundation for future growth. Celebrate the lessons you've learned by applying them to new challenges and opportunities. Each time you set a new goal or intention, you are acknowledging your desire to continue growing and evolving. This forward momentum keeps you focused, motivated, and inspired to keep moving forward. Remember that celebrating your growth doesn't always have to be a grand gesture. It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what you've accomplished, writing down your thoughts in a journal, or treating yourself to something special. Find ways to honor your progress that feel meaningful and authentic to you. Whether it's a small ritual or a significant celebration, make it a point to recognize your growth regularly and remind yourself of how far you've come. Ultimately, celebrating your growth is about embracing the journey of becoming. It's about recognizing that you are always in a state of transformation, that every experience is an opportunity to learn, and that every challenge is a chance to grow. It's about seeing yourself not as a finished product, but as a beautiful work in progress. When you celebrate your growth, you cultivate a mindset of positivity, resilience, and self-love, allowing you to live with greater confidence, joy, and purpose. You come to understand that growth is not just about reaching a destination, it's about enjoying the journey every step of the way.